Good day, ladies and gentlemen. I am the Ephemeral One, and welcome back to more Dark Souls 2, Scholar of the First Sin. Anyway, with everything, we've been doing upgrades, making sure we're supplied, just trying to think of anything else. Got a bunch of souls, so I could... Oh! Actually, the small and smooth... Okay. There's actually a couple things we want to do before we depart further. First, we want to burn this sublime bone dust. Some force has strengthened the Estus. So there's that. Then let's do, well, it's the equivalent of gambling anyway. If you'll recall, we did have a little spot where we could, here in Things Betwixt, where we could, where we could trade smooth and silky items for various potential goods. And we'll see what we get of it. Now, by and large, and for everyone, it goes without saying that this area is pretty much the equivalent of the... Well, before I talk about that, let's take care of this. Leave. I think you have to do it individually, or else it doesn't work. So first we got Cracked Blue Eye Orb, Dark Night Stone, Poison Stone, and a Petrified Dragon Bone. So let's see. Cracked Blue Eye Orb we already know about. Yeah, the Petrified Dragon Bone reinforces special equipment. A large Petrified Dragon Bone reinforces equipment made from special souls, commonly called Dragon Bone, but the veracity of the name is questionable. In any case, the Petrified Bone houses great power. Dark Night Stone, used to imbue weapons with dark, or provide dark reduction to shields. Same with Poison. So, but yeah, I mean, this is without a doubt the same place as Ash Lake or the Great Hollow. That much is very much clear from the design, shape, and placing. Though how far we are theoretically from it could be up to anyone's guess. But it's very clear that it is a similar place. Alright. Alright. So, last time we were off playing with the pirates. And managed to bring the ship in. So let's see. Let's see. Picking up extra life gems would not be bad, actually.
Thanks.
Because just having them extra for backup healing Not a horrible idea. Alright, anything else we wanted to deal with? No, I think we're pretty good. So, let's head back to No Man's Wharf. And see about getting onto that ship. Because we managed to pull it in and get a shortcut. Alright. Yep. Yep. Nice. Yep. And throw those. Yeah, I'm here because I know for a fact, yeah, his arrows will hit that. Alright. Nice. Nice. Cool. So, we got through that. Yep. Oh. And as ever, in every Souls game, water is death. Doesn't matter how... So long as it's of sufficient depth, it's just death. Alright. Now, one of the places we need to go next is out here onto the pier and actually deal with the ship. Funny thing is, yep, note these guys have Estus flasks. Yep. So, what do you think it means that they have the capacity to drink from an Estus flask? Remember from Dark Souls 1, only undead can. Now think what that means. Means that these pirates are all, in fact, cursed the same as us. There we go. Yeah. Literally every single one of them is cursed. And now... Wow, these big guys got some HP on them. But they seem fairly predictable. Alright. So, with that done... Alright. Because what we need is to get to the heart of the ship. Which is here. Okay. So, you'll recall I pointed out that there was a person you could summon. All the way back here, but it was a small sign that was just a matter of he was on a time limit. Now you could use him. Yeah. Oh, for fuck's sake. Alright, screw it. I'm just gonna use the humanity now. Okay. Like I mentioned, you can summon him. But there's half a chance when fighting other enemies, Bradley here will get himself falling off the cliff into the water. Bradley's not the swiftest one. In addition, Lucatiel, same problem. Getting them onto the ship in one piece, their pathing will sometimes trigger them to fall into the water. Alright. So, if they do make it onto the ship, you're usually safe, but that's why I cleared out all the enemies ahead of time. Just note for your own, if you do play through yourself, generally speaking, you're pretty safe, but it can help. And ladies and gentlemen, for the Pirate's Cove, our fight is the Flexile Sentry. Now, you'll note it's an interesting design of two torsos on a single set of legs. And we'll honestly get a chance to have Lucatiel and Bradley show off what they can do. It's armed with dual weapons on either end. Yep. Note, I believe the maces inflict bleed, but the swords just have higher, just general damage. Yep. Also noteworthy, take a look closely. The Flexile Sentry here is actually two lizard people. It's not a human. It's got two torsos of lizards. It's covered in scales. Yep. And it hurts. Yeah. It can. Those maces of its can break through your shield pretty easily. Also note, as the fight goes on, the water is in fact rising. Eventually it will get to the point where you are slowed. Which will affect your mobility and make things harder on you. I don't know if it ever gets to the point where it, like, floods and you drown, but I know it definitely slows you down. And your reward for making it through that is here. The Pyromancy Flame and the Fireball spell. Because after all, we've been seeing tales of a flame catalyst used by pyromancers. Pyromancers rouse this flame to produce their various firearms. Equip a pyromancy flame to produce pyromancy. Attune pyromancies at a bonfire. The strength of a pyromancy depends on the strength of one's pyromancy flame, which can be improved through reinforcement. So, in this game, like I said, magic sucks. Magic is downright almost useless. But pyromancy isn't normal magic, because pyromancy is dependent purely on your pyromancy flame and the ability to have the spell equipped. And then here we can examine a new object, a compass of some kind. And as we do, we depart. We set course for where this ship was destined to go. Where this ship ferried souls back and forth. Back and forth. Remember that the lizard-like creatures... And we've arrived. Ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to our next location, where the ship brought people. Where these pirates, the Varangian swordsmen, brought people, smuggled people towards. Alright. Oh, there's something there. We'll come back for that in a bit. Because there's something we want to do. The Lost Bastille. So yes, regardless if you take the fort, or if you take the Hyde's Tower of Flame Path, both bring you here. Okay, that's just another actual player. Alright, folks. No matter what, you end up here. No matter what, you end up at the Lost Bastille. This is the first place you have to come to. Well, I've got something for you to do, Emerald Herald. Look how tired and weary she is. Alright. So, okay. I want to leave it at 20 for the moment. Alright. So that becomes that first point.
I knew you'd be around.
Okay. I did buy up all his Titanite already. So yeah. Now I need large Titanite shards. Anything other weapon that might be worth it? The Grand Lance. Why not? It is one of my favorite weapons, so... It's one...
I'll be around.
Well, I guess I could show off why. I'll have to wield it two-handed, but... Alright. That doesn't seem like much of an attack. Yep, and that's its R2. And you guard. Doesn't seem like much, but you'd be surprised. Because it's, yeah, using it two-handed, it has an attack power of 261. Anyway. So, we're good there. Before we go anywhere else, well, we've reached the Lost Bastille from both ends. That's actually a huge accomplishment. Because the Lost Bastille is one of the first major areas of the game that you'll come across. I just want to see real quick. Because when Licia here moves areas, she also
Oh, hello there. An honor to see you again. This room is not as it seems. There are two, not one pathways leading out. And only this lovely thing reveals the other path. And this, you lovely thing, shall I provide?
Yeah, she wants 2,000 souls too.
No need, the god.
She needs 2,000 to unlock a different path. So, we'll be back for that. Now, just to show you, like I said before that there are some enemies over here that are basically used as testing fodder for weapons. That's these little pigs here. So yeah, 156 damage, 200 damage on a single hit, with a relatively quick... Yep. Yep. Yeah. The biggest downside is because these little things are so low, they're a little hard to hit. But yeah, generally speaking, using the Grand Lance and the later Lance that we can get later is fantastic in my opinion. It can do some real devastating damage. But, so, as far as the two ways we arrive, there is the the exile holding cells, which the pirates brought you, which means those pirates were selling or bringing people at the very least to who were exiled to the Lost Bastille. The tower apart shows an upper area where again certain people were brought to this Bastille. Those who came this path were seen as a little more, I guess you want to say, welcomed. Now I haven't shown off these tall guys with the crescent axes yet too much, but one thing to note about them, who they are tells a bit of a story about the pirate town. Okay. Radiant Life Gem, large Titanite shards, welcome to see them. Alright. Oh! Ow. Nice. That hurts. Yeah, that hurt. But hey, here's another technique you can learn about here. Oh. Well, that's new. It's supposed to explode and set all of that off. So, well, we can at the very least still set it off. Nope, I am out of firebombs. I used them all up. Whoops. And believe it or not, magic damage doesn't set it off. And there's like 3 dogs out here, so, I don't have that many souls. Yep. Wow. Yeah. There we go. Yeah. The lance is actually a surprise, because of how fast it is a surprisingly devastating weapon. And there's something else down here. A door. And that's a fall to the abyss. And this is why you wouldn't want to come out here automatically. Yep. Yep. Yeah. The downside to the Grand Lance is, of course... Alright, take it off. Yes, I'm... Oh, caught me. Yeah, I'm cursed. Okay. Yeah. Yep, missed the door, and now he's in front of it. Yep. Yep. Okay, through the door. By the way, if you stand through the door, he will just vanish. So you can't just get cheap shots off on him. Alright. Covetous Silver Serpent. Alright, and I believe this guy will respawn. But not, immediately. Now, the Covetous Silver Serpent. Yeah, Fallen. Yep. Alright, so that's one I will absolutely. Yeah, because that's just more souls. I think it's only like 20. It's like 20 or 15%. It's not a huge amount, but it's enough to be noteworthy. Now, these guys. These guards. Notice they're kind of wearing... There you go. Some kind of rags that we were told about belong to pyromancers. Obviously, these are pyromancers. Pyromancers aren't really welcome in a lot of places, so I guess it wouldn't be surprising that they were sent here and then exiled. They're exiles. Oh, and look who beat us here. Hello, my friend.
I thought that might be you. You haven't changed a bit, have you?
Nah.
The longer I am here, the more madness I discover.
Mm-hmm.
A wretched place, indeed, but not without traces of its former glory.
True.
What could have caused such degradation?
What indeed?
Ah, yes. I have not thanked you for humoring me the other day. This is for you.
She gives you this if she helps out with the fight with the Flexile Sentry.
Of course, I've no idea what it is.
That's a key point.
Our land of Mirror is surrounded by enemies and constantly at war. There is only one way up in Mirror. Join the Order and prove yourself in battle. My family had little fortune and no name. I had to carve out a piece of the world for myself with two things: my sword and my loyalty to my lord.
And clearly you did.
I was raised. Life was hard, but I never gave it a second thought. I had swift success on the battlefield and quickly attained respectable stature. And then I came here.
That's a key thing you need to understand. The longer you stay here, the longer you reside here cursed, the more you lose yourself. She handed us a human effigy not knowing what it is, meaning she can no longer res- Lucatiel can no longer recognize herself. Now, because we're the protagonist, naturally we will never succumb to this. But it's one thing this game puts an emphasis on that none of the other ones do, which is there is a rot that consumes everything about a person on this journey.
Have you heard of the undead? These poor souls affected by the curse. An undead gradually loses his humanity until his wits degrade completely. Finally, he turns hollow, and a hollow can never be human again. One can skirt this wicked fate only with the help of the souls found here. Assuming, of course, that the legends are true, I can only hope that they are.
There, Lucatiel finally looks up, and you can finally see their face. And what you can see is that they are already starting to turn. The curse is different than us. With us, it becomes whole. It rots our whole body. But Lucatiel is stronger than us. It's devouring her slowly. They're rotting away just the same, but at a different speed. Oh. So, now, okay, the guard's seen us. Ow. There we go. Alright. And the other item we just got our hands on, an antiquated key. The key is very old, but in very good condition, such that it should still function. Only, what lock does this key fit? What indeed? Now, there are a couple ways we can go. Of course, naturally, as you might expect, dropping in there will it get us attacked by 2 royal knights, swordsmen. But note that they don't come after us from here. However, there are a lot of black powder barrels here. Ow. Well, that fucked us. Believe it or not, that is the last thing I was hoping to avoid that. Because we needed that barrel. Oh well, we'll have to come back in a little bit. In the meantime, we can at least pick up the item here. Gold pine resin. There we can see yet another royal swordsman. And down here, alright. We heard someone swinging. Nope, it's locked. And there's no switch to enter from here. So this is a dead end. Well, before we go on, that's one thing I do enjoy this game. 2 specifically does very well to me, is emphasize just that the rot and what it's doing. What the rot is doing to everyone who lives here. And why it's important to understand. Why am I... Pull back. Why am I forgetting how to get back? Yeah, I've completely forgotten how to get back. Oh well. That's what homeward bones are for. But yeah. Alright. So at the very least, we can skip over that side area because we've already emptied that out. Yeah. Yeah, if you stand close, the fireball really isn't going to hit you. But yeah. So these guys are your pyromancers. Oh, there's an item up there. And as you can see, Lucatiel is left, moved on to whatever she's after next. Yep. And that's why all this black powder is there. Nice. Alright. Over here. Damn it. Stop doing that attack. Yeah. Oh well. Well, since we can't do that, might as well take on the Royal Swordsman. Oh, yeah, by the way, heading up here to this little ladder, there is in fact large Titanite shard, and these are the braziers for this area. And actually, I can show off. We only have one, and I'm only going to use it. Flame butterflies. So, you can light the torch anywhere. It's not much, and it doesn't do too much, but it is always a welcome source of light. After all, you never know what shadows you may find. Anyway. Alright. Since that one went over there. Nice. Like I said before, so long as you turn this game into one-on-one duels, you'll more than likely win. More than likely. I won't say always, but at least you have a better shot. Alright. And here we find a statue of one man. And here we find the first usage. Do I want to do this? Oh, I might as well. The item they're talking about is this, the fragrant branch of yore. Restores living things from petrification. A fragrant tree branch with a faint, sweet smell restores the life to things turned to stone. Extended inhalation of the branch's scent can lead to coughing and nausea. So, it's good in small bursts, just don't do it all the time. Oh, we might as well. It's the only other way to get deeper in this place. Alright. Now, we saw that message about worrying about a horde. Well, they weren't kidding. Lure them out one by one. Yep. Yep, got one. Yep. Yep. Want to be real careful here, though, because there are explosive barrels. Alright. They can help with it, but they can also hurt you. So, it's a give and take sort of thing. Okay. Nice. Alright. Now, we saw these objects on the right before we entered the... Oh. Yeah, someone's sword's glitching out. We saw these objects right before we got on the pirate ship. These are actually prisons for those who were held here. Alright. Common fruit. Temporarily boosts poison resist. A spotted fruit temporarily boosts poison resist. This common fruit has no taste, but when facing a true test of metal, its benefits could make the difference between life and death. And here we see an example of what these things are used for, which is to hold prisoners. Though note, these prisoners have been cruelly treated. I mean, they're missing part of their side. Their hands are tied to something or chained. And it's clear their faces have been cut and disfigured horribly. Yep. Soul of a proud knight and a human effigy. Now, this ladder is actually a shortcut, but we'll be coming back for that. In the meantime, there is a brazier down there, so that's one more place I want to bring some fire. So, pardon me just a sec. Nice. But yeah, there's a lot of royal swordsmen here, so this place is obviously something the local king wanted protected. Nice. By the way, that door just leads out to an open drop. That's why there's so many bloodstains, because people fall for it all the time. Now, in this room, more swordsmen. Alright. Yep. Yep. Got him. Hanging in there. And as you can see, there's even more of these guys. Now, the second I pull this switch, you can imagine the door opens, and these guys are coming after me. This is why they told you, beware of Horde. Because there are many of these swordsmen protecting this place. And they're looking to bait you. Yep. Alright. Come on. Nope. One down. Two down. And this is... yeah, that leads down to where that is. An item. Radiant Life Gem. And... cool. Visions of circling around. Yeah. This is actually the first boss of this area. It sucks. And it's also going to be a case where I'm definitely not winning that fight. So, alright. Alright, so we're going to head back to the Homeward Bone one last time. Gonna try a third time to try and... alright. Yep, so we have no attunement slots. So we can't actually make use of the Pyromancy Flame, but it is one of those, you could throw it in any build and you'd be perfectly fine. And let's see. Alright. Alright. So let's try in one more time. Yeah. Yep. Alright. And yeah, these are all here to try and get you blown up. Nice. Alright. Yep. And broke it myself this time. Alright. Man, I have never had this much trouble doing this. Um... Maybe the axe? Yeah. Yeah, we'll try the axe next. Yep. Yep. Hmm. Oh, what the hell. We'll just die and try it again. Because the lance was just long enough to poke the damn gunpowder barrel. Which is annoying. But, well, what can I say? Honestly, this is the first time I've ever had to try this so many times. I usually just get it on the first one, so this is kind of funny to me. Yep. Hmm. Yeah, let's try the halberd. I haven't messed with that at all lately. Yep. Yep. Eh. Yeah, the axe. Okay. Really? Even the uppercut blows it up? Really? Legitimately, I have never had this much trouble with this stupid thing. Okay. Yeah, so it's just because of the strength, but yeah, I can definitely do it two-handed. Okay. Alright. So let's try again. Alright. It's just funny to me that I'm having this much trouble for something that's normally so simple. Wonder if it's because I'm playing on the PS5. Maybe things render better on this that didn't. Yeah, maybe it's just a case because things render better. Don't know. All right. Well, survived it. Oh, for fuck's sake. Okay. Hmm. Okay. There's one last thing to try. Because now I'm in the sunk cost fallacy thing of, well, might as well keep trying at this point. All I'm doing is building up souls. Alright. So let's see. Oh, there's the thrust. As nice as it is, honestly, I would be better off with the pole arm almost. So let's see. Nice. Alright. Hey, actually hit me with it. Okay. What if I just throw the dagger from over here? Will that bait him into just turning around and starting to throw fireballs at me? Yeah. Okay. There we go, finally. Alright. So then we needed this to roll down there. And let's confirm. Witching Urn doesn't do what I need. Okay. Get rid of the dogs. Okay, heal up. Okay. Because we're about to do something stupid. Humanity restored. Drink up. And now we equip the fire sword. Ah. Yep. Literally all that was for this. Which gets us into a new bonfire. But more importantly than the bonfire is an old man swinging a hammer and holding tongs. Hmm. One might think he's a blacksmith.
Oh, why can't they all be this easy?
Sitting on a chest, but there's a bunch of other ones. And he has some more large titanite shards. More titanite shards. And iron arrows. Heavy bolts. All creations of said smith.
We've got a wild one. Shape up. Shape up, I say. Oh, dear Flame. Flame, I'm Macduff the blacksmith. All I want is a little flame. So, hand that ember to me, right now, you imbecile.
And that dull ember we found earlier. Sure.
What a marvelous ember. You've got stones, I pray. Give me stones, and I'll fortify your gear.
So, in addition to selling various weapons, the longbow being one of the nice ones, a royal kite shield, which has 100% physical resist, so even if you don't get the Drang Leg set, this will be where you can get a good 100% physical resist. As well as more arrows, wood, iron, grape arrow, wood bolts, heavy bolts. He also sells an infinite supply of large titanite. Not regular, but large at least. So, that's at least something nice. He also can infuse weapons. What he can do is take a regular weapon, say our cestus here, and alter it. If we have the right stones, he can add magic damage, fire damage, lightning, dark, poison, raw, so it does more raw does more strength. Enchanted is your stronger magic. Basically gives it incredible magic scaling. And mundanes, which actually is one of the highest scaling potentials, but it's based on your lowest stat. So if you built your character to be one stat across the board, you get several times over the same thing. But the only thing we could add is dark currently, or poison. And bear in mind, adding any other secondary type of damage reduces the damage of the physical damage it does. Yeah, we may want to try raw stones later on, but for now. And you can see the scaling as it changes. But raw basically means the weapon... Oh, right. No, raw is the weapon does more raw damage itself without relying on scaling.
Be gone.
Alright. And there's a brazier here. You're never out anything by lighting a brazier. So, if you take a little moment to rest, you'll see Macduff has moved to his hammering locations, allowing you access to this chest, getting you what is one of the most underrated weapons in the entire game, the Craftsman's Hammer, and your first piece of Twinkling Titanite. Just has a B scaling in strength, an old smithing hammer. Looks like a typical hammer, but is in fact incredibly sturdy. Some say it was the hammer used long ago by a famed blacksmith of yore. Yeah, this hammer ends up having better scaling than something like even several of the swords, many of the great swords. Yeah, like its base damage as a B strength scaling with real good base damage, and its swing is fairly reliable. Like, nothing for nothing, folks. Yep. Do not sleep on this. If you want a good blunt weapon, the Craftsman's Hammer can last you pretty much the length of the game. But that's not what we're after tonight. What we're after with this playthrough. But we did end up picking up a good number of souls,
I'll flame.
so we can reinforce our fists a little further. Nice. And remember, he sells, so we'd need what? 2... No, we need 3 of each, so we need 5 more. Alright. Alright, so I'll need 2 more to get the secondary fist up. 2 plus 630. Which is why I'll probably just pop the Proud Knight.
I'll flame.
So... Alright. Alright. So now we're up to 72 base damage.
Flame.
So that puts them at what? 173 damage. Not bad. Considering how fast they how fast we hit, that's fairly respectable. So now the next thing we'll want to do is focus on putting some more HP and especially stamina we need. Endurance, we definitely need more to be able to hold our own. Alright. Yeah. Yep. And note the guy who was blocking the door is a one-time spawn. He just vanishes afterwards. Used to punch it and they would open the door for you. Okay, there they come. Nice. Yep. Nice. That two-hit combo comes out fast enough that it's just useful. Alright. Alright. Sweet. Alright. And yeah, note that the prisoner just kind of ignores you. Unless you're a direct threat to them, they'll generally not bother you. Anyway. Note that those soldiers are so focused on the front, they'll ignore you largely. Alright. And here we can get Pilgrim Belclair to help us out with this boss. Belclair is actually going to be all extraordinarily useful because alright. Say hello to the Ruined Sentinels. This is a three-way fight. Now, Ruined Sentinels actually take some real damage to... Alright. Now, you would think I'm safe up here. We're not. The Pilgrims can't... Pilgrim Belclair has infinite cast, so just let her direct. There. That's the dangerous part. They can get up here, but they're going to do a jump attack to do so. Alright. Ah, damn it, both of them are up here. Okay, we're dropping. Okay. Once you're on the lower floor, this becomes a rougher fight because their attacks will overlap. Nope. Ow. Okay. And got me. While I tried to drink. Yeah, this is a rough fight. Yeah, the Ruined Sentinels are one of those... They will kill you pretty quickly if you let them. So... I am going to use, like, 2. Just because... Reinforce armor. We got a piece of Twinkling Titanite, so one of the best things we can do is put it to work for us. Improving our armor helps little by little. Every bit of strength will help you. Nice. Yep. Nope. Damn it. Thought I rolled fast enough. Yeah. And if you're wondering why I'm relying on fists, it's because normally I'll go to the craftsman's hammer until I get to one of the late game weapons. but I wanted to do something different this run through. Yeah. I may fall back to my old habits if things get bad enough, but honestly, I've not grown frustrated yet, so yeah. And it's and as I've said there go all my souls. And as I've said many times in the past for you folks, if you ever get frustrated with an area, if you're ever truly getting tired and annoyed, there's a simple solution. Go somewhere else. After all, there were two entrances to this place specifically. So let's try the other one. So let's see. There's the way there, but you might have noticed there was a passage on our way in. What you need to do to reach it is this, and then as this starts to descend, stand on the top. A classic Souls trap and trick. And this gets you a scimitar, as well as some repair powder. It's nothing as special, but you know, can't really say it was really that hard to do either. Alright. And back up we go. Because there is plenty more to see in this prison. And worst case, there are actually other paths we can take. We have enough souls in our pocket to get up to 2,000, so we could always go to see that new place that Licia could open up. There's also another place we could go, but I don't want to get too far into that at first. This waterborne prison. Yep. So yes. There's a bunch. Yep. Yeah, there's a bunch of places for them trying to kill you with fire arrows. But all sorts of goodies and stuff can be hidden elsewhere. Soul of a Brave Warrior. Not bad. One of the better soul items. And down here, you can see that we're actually on the other side of the gate. Yep. Yep. There we go. Nice. Alright. You heard that breathing sound, right? Now guess who it is? Yeah? Yep, he's back. Of course he's here. Yep. Yep. We'll see if he triggers the explosions. Nope. Not so far. Yep. Alright. Nice. He at least got blocked for that. Got it. Yep. Of course. Of course. And I'm dead, no matter what, so, yep. Yeah, I don't have the perfect roll timing to get out of that. Oh well. But as ever, there are multiple ways to handle just about any situation. And you know, it's funny. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's just the way the game runs on the PS5 versus the old PS3. But it definitely does seem to run differently. I don't know if it's running smoother or what, but the simulation for some things is definitely different. That could also be attributed to later patches. Yep. Alright. Yep. Alright. Okay, and he's coming again. So, what we can do is climb up quickly, and he'll eventually go away because he can't. Yep. Because if he can't reach you, he vanishes, so you can't get cheap shots on him. Speaking of cheap shots, you know what? Yeah, let's equip, let's see. Crossbow, regular bow. How many arrows I got? 20 iron? Perfect. There. One less problem. Alright. Alright. Come on, puppies. There we go. Of course, it might also be that a lot of my memory of this game is from the unpatched original version. So, Alluring Skull, not bad. But yeah, it's probably just the fact that a good chunk of my memories of this game are the unpatched original version. So there was all sorts of glitches and, you know, flaws and foibles. Large Titanite shard and another Estus flask shard. Meaning we can now get another chug. That'll bring us up to 5, I believe. So, the final step here is to pull this switch, giving us access to Macduff's workshop and access to this place from either way. And actually, with this, we have actually bypassed the necessity of the ruined sentinels. We no longer have to fight them if we want to, if we don't want to. Because that crack in the wall that's boarded up, we can punch through that and move on. But, you know how I mentioned there were several ways we can go? Well, let's take a little time and explore those other ways. So before we go, let's start popping souls. Because I'd like to be able to get a couple levels. Alright. And that brave warrior was worth 5,000.
Is that a shot? Here to see, however faint.
Upgrade Estus Flask. 5 chugs. And then level up. Like I said, what we truly need now is extra HP and stamina. Perfect. Stamina is what keeps you alive, after all. Alright. Because I figure we may not be in the best position for it, but we should at least unlock this path.
Just speak up if you're... That's what...
2,000 souls. And... pray with me. And now that the other path is blocked...
Go ahead. May the
Nope.
power offer your soul.
And this item we get for here, Rogue Water, or Rouge Water. Fully restores HP and spell uses. Crimson Water of unknown origin. Though known to some as Red Holy Water, not everyone acknowledges its holy status. Yeah, lots of messages, of course. When you're on a narrow path, expect to see a lot of them. But now, we're entering a different type of cave. The path is narrow and winding, leading us up and up. It's eerily quiet. There's nothing here. No groans, no grunts. Just silence. And someone's there?
I don't know who you are, but leave me be. The frailty of the weak disrupts the dark. Leave me. I'm interested in one thing, dog. You haven't the gift. Leave me. I'm interested.
This is actually another spellcasting teacher. So, say hello to the huntsman's copse. A copse being basically a wooded area. And a man covered in cuts with his flesh being tattooed. And he's just cackling to himself and sitting here. Another one. Just playing in the dirt. And another. Simple enough. Poison ahead. The poison is from these butterflies that lither the area. Wow. And that's hardly the only one. We'll come across many of them. Another torch wielder. But yeah, more of these guys just laying around, scratching at the world. Oh. Well, to save us some trouble later. Naturally, he's... Alright. And might as well equip the Drang Lake shield just so we have it if we need it. Oh. Well, I imagine this is one of the titular huntsmen. A dual blade wielding bandit of some kind. Hunters of, well, probably other people. Oh. Archer. It's dark in here. There. Alright. You can see some of these guys. Oh great, he has a poisoned arrow. Yep, that's wonderful. At least these arrows don't bend to hit you no matter what. And, oh! I fell for it because I wanted to show that off. Another noob trap. Rogue gauntlets. Yeah, when you go to open that door, that guy will always try to shank you. Gauntlets worn by hollowed thieves. Despite their crude appearance, these gauntlets are surprisingly sturdy. Not as good as the Drang Lake set, but still solid. Yep, I thought I got out of the way of that. Cracked red eye orb, which, considering how bloodthirsty these guys are you really surprised that it's out here? Yeah. There's still more to see, though. After all, we never followed where that archer is. And there is an item down there, so why not? Nice. Yep, more of the bandits. As you might imagine, the huntsmen are basically here to prey on any fool or weakened person they can get their hands on. And that just looks like a pit they throw corpses down, more than likely. A bandit's knife. Appropriate for the place we are. One of them might have just dropped it or didn't feel it was necessary. Nope. Not a fake wall, at least. And up here... Nice. Love to see it. Rogue armor. See if it's any better. Armor down by Hollow Thieves. Okay, nothing special. Still, it's highly mobile, so it's great for defense and evasion. Poison moss. And then we just drop down back to where we were. Alright. So, that just leads us back to where we were. Now, I believe if we walk around here, there's a tree we can kick to create a shortcut, because it also has a bonfire. Remember, if we rest though, everything comes back. Making that jump for that item was always kind of temperamental in my mind, so... yeah, let's try it anyway. Now, in the Huntsman's Copse, there are actually two goals. One is to get to this rope bridge, to get across here to this big coliseum. And then the other is that way. It is to explore the back part of this area. Alright. Oh, too far. Damn. Well, it's a tricky jump. Alright, but making it back up requires you to follow this. An area where there is lots of poison. But there are extra items. And you can hear that croaking. I believe that's a basilisk. Yep. And I believe we're technically just on a lower part of where we were before. Yeah, that's a big basilisk. Note how little damage our arrows do. Yeah. Yep. Alright. Drop attack. Yep. And, like I said before, this is the one game these bastards have an actual melee attack. Otherwise, it's just stay out of the mist and you're fine. There we go. Yeah. Nice. Large Titanite shard. And it's not a mimic, so... Rykard's Rapier. Poison Moss. Alright. And I believe it's this way to get out of here. Large, alright. Because where this will bring you up. Notice the motif of a lot of things here are about restraint, and control, and moving people. Want to guess where this brings us? To the other side. Yeah, it's just a long loop round. But yeah, notice that this area has a lot in common with the exile location. By the way, remember how they call it the Huntsman's Copse? Say hello to the Huntsman. Gladiators wielding dark enchanted weaponry. They can be quite devastating. Alright. So we managed to get this far. Clear out a good chunk of this area. Merchant, a reference to Dark Souls 1 where there was a particular merchant who was always hiding behind bars. Unfortunately, no, not in this game. Alright, I don't feel like wasting the time to try that jump again. But yeah, you'll note there's a lot of these guys. Who are basically these ragged people. Being fodder for these hunts. Orange burr, yeah. So, and more we find out here. Another type of the huntsman. These big guys wielding two curved scythes, half-moon blades. These guys are they're fast for the big size. Blunt damage is your best bet. Yeah, your blunt damage is your best weapon against these guys. So, as my advice remains in this game, just punch it. Don't worry about it, just punch it. By the way, butterflies spread poison over a large area. Hey, and those guys dropping a torch gives us more time with our own. And here we can see a trap. We go for the item, a morning star. Isn't someone supposed to drop down? Oh well. Might be mistaking it for somewhere else. Yep. Alright. Alright. There we go. Aromatic ooze, which enchants your weapons. Or weapon, rather. And yeah, that item is a trap to get you near. Yep, there it is. Near the butterfly. And to draw out this guy, Forlorn. Yep. One of the common invaders you're going to run into a couple times. And again, because he has no shield. Yep, it's all offense. Yep. And it got me good on that one. Oh, there's the poison. Of course, because he's an NPC invader, he's immune to it. Okay. Alright. Yep, I'm dead. Nope, I actually got him. Sweet. But that's pretty much the last of my stuff, so I'm probably going to head back. Life gem. Yeah, that's about all we got left in the tank, so let's head back to the bonfire. Honestly, I'm tempted to go back and get some levels. Yeah, why not? Honestly, I may just call it here for tonight, because we've been going for, yeah, about 2 hours, right? Yeah, about 2 hours. And that's a good enough time for right now, because...
There... less...
Just thinking that I got some time tomorrow, so I'll be able to do more. So yeah, we'll get 15 stamina. Then, yeah, some more strength. Oh, I never did bother going down what all the stats do. So, Vigor determines HP. Overall stamina. Your maximum equip load. Attunement is how many sorry about that. Attunement is how many spells you can cast. Strength is your heavy, powerful weapons, boosts attack. You wield weapons requiring finesse, also boosts attack. Raises various attributes to ensure one's survival. Boosts agility and various resistances. Required for sorceries, boosts magic defense and proficiency in sorceries. And faith. Proficiency boosts lightning defense and proficiency in miracles. Now, adaptability is the one that you may not realize is how useful it is. Because what adaptability gives you, for those curious, is all the resists, so all the status effect resists agility, which is ease of evasion and other actions. Effectively, what this measures is how many invincibility frames you get during a dodge roll. The reason it sucks is because this actually can be boosted. And the ability to withstand attacks, poise. I don't know if poise has ever been fixed, because I think in the original game it didn't do anything. But either way. So adaptability's nice, but I think we'll stick with getting some more strength. Okay, if I do 2 strength, it's 176 versus... yeah, 175. So yeah, because of the A rank and strength. Okay. Getting stronger all the time. Alright. So, yeah, I think we're going to leave it here for tonight. I want to thank you all for joining me. I have been the Ephemeral One, and this has been more of Dark Souls 2. Thank you all, and I'll see you next time on this, or maybe something else. Bye for now, folks. Bye for now.